Good morning, afternoon, evening, and night to you who's watching me from whichever time zone you're watching. Today I'm here to introduce you to Plexi, our project model. Before I introduce you to Plexi, let me give you the category in which we are taking Plexi and what all thought went behind creating Plexi. The category that we are focused on is healthcare, and the backstory for Plexi happens after the pandemic. During the pandemic, most of our people were locked up inside their homes, even though that is very suffocating and led to a lot of loss. It also led to a lot of family bonding that happened, at least for the middle class families. But with the opening up of pandemic and children, especially adults, flying away or moving out to newer spaces, the elderly of our society have now faced loneliness yet again. So Plexi is here to remove this loneliness and act as a companion for our elderly. Plexi is an artificially intelligent interactive robot which will have three purposes. The first is to keep regular contact with the elderly person who will be using Plexi, have a talk with them, keep them engaged, and just converse. The second feature that Plexi will have is to keep all medical records of the patient so that when necessary, Plexi can make the necessary calls and get the required items for the elderly patient. Finally, the third thing that Plexi will do is have contacts of all the family members of the elderly person so that whenever needed, a proper time zone can be found where the elderly can interact with their own relatives. This is how we want to create Plexi, and these are the various features that we want Plexi to have. Now, how do we plan on executing this in a sustainable manner? That is going to happen on a subscription basis model. When we actually introduce Plexi to the world, we want to introduce it as a subscription based pre-ordered model. So whoever wants a Plexi at their home, they can order it, and at the same time they can pay a particular subscription for a fixed period of time, perhaps a year, which will be renewed. While we are doing this renewal is so that whenever our people, our target audience, face any sort of issue with it, that can be rectified, and the continuous interaction with the patient will help us upgrade Plexi whenever needed. Now, I hope I was able to summarize Plexi for you in a brief manner. Just to sum it up one last time, I will say Plexi is an interactive